Weaver. From the #1 movie in the country, Spy Kids, Alan Cumming, and musical guest, Old 97. With the best Weinberg 7. Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien. We have such a good show for you people tonight. Let me explain. This is our first night back. We just had a week off. So if we seem a little rusty or unprofessional tonight, you probably won't notice. Excellent, excellent show tonight. You excited? You back? Yes. You just have that digitally sampled now, don't you?
Yes.
You don't say, yeah, okay. I got him from the Hall of the Presidents in Disneyland. All right. We have a great show tonight, and I'm going to start off with some New York. Do we have any New Yorkers here? I'm going to start off with some New York news. All right. Really nothing to be happy about. Here in New York City, though, this is a pretty big story. The legislature, the New York legislature, is considering banning the use of handheld cell phones while driving. That's what they're saying. That's right, yeah. There's a reason, yeah. Studies have shown it's very difficult for New Yorkers to hold a cell phone while giving someone the finger. It's tricky. Have you tried it lately? All right. Speaking of rude, according to a brand new report, true story, this year, airline passengers have been subject to longer delays and ruder service than ever before. That's what they're saying. Yeah, and when asked about it, a spokesperson for the airlines said, "Shut up and get back in line." It's nice. That's an actual, it was a quote. Big news, of course. The biggest news is still the mid-air collision between an American spy plane and a Chinese fighter plane. That's the story everyone's talking about. Yeah, and apparently the planes collided because the Chinese pilot was trying to slip a menu under the American plane's door. There was a bit of a problem. And it said, the door said no menus. All right. Okay, that was my favorite too. But we still have more. Last week, I got to mention this. Last week, the chairman of Starbucks bought the Seattle Supersonics basketball team for $155 million. Can you believe that? $155 million. Yeah, which is insane, because for that kind of money, he could have bought 3 mochachinos. Seriously, that's a true story. And then last thing I'll mention, this is weird, but I like to end on a weird but true one. Playboy has announced that they're starting a brand new website like eBay, where they're going to auction off clothes worn by the Playmates in their pictorials. We're going to auction off those clothes. Yeah, and folks, not only that, for an extra $2, they'll boil them first. So you can have... We never did better than the Chinese one. All right, learn to get out when you're hot. That's what my dad used to tell me when he'd been drinking. All right. He'd say a lot of things. Let's talk about tonight's show. We have such a good show. Big stars are here. Doesn't happen every day on this program. We've had sometimes we just put a scarecrow out there and I talk to him. How do you do it? We have a great show tonight from the new movie Heartbreakers. Sigourney Weaver is on. What the hell? Beautiful, talented. We also have it's the #1 movie in the country, right? Spy Kids. It made, I think, $800 gillion is the official estimate. Alan Cumming is on the show. He's a very funny guy, too. And Musical guest tonight, Olds 97's gonna play it for you. Old 97's. And right over here, Max Weinberg and the sweet Max Weinberg. So, Max, good to see you. Thank you, Max. Fellas. That's Aerosmith, right?
That was. Recent Hall of Fame inductees.
What are they? Are they paying you on the side to pimp them?
Yes.
And they have a fine new album out, too. Yeah. Thank you, Max. It's available in stores now. Which, you guys know Dude Looks Like a Lady, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You got a lot of requests for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to play that again. Wasn't there one night on this show where we played Dude Looks Like a Lady all night long?
We played nothing but that all night.
Yes, and as I remember, it was a disaster.
Yeah, that's why we haven't done
That's
it
all we did. We
long.
didn't have guests, or we just had Dude Looks Like a Lady all night long, and people tuned out in droves, and then towards the end, all tuned back. We don't know why. We don't know what that means.
We should try it again.
Yeah, we should try it. You know what I did before the show? I like to greet the audience and give out cash, and there was one person who jumped up, a guy jumped up in the audience and insisted I dance with him, and I pulled, I'm not kidding, this is true. This is true. No. A guy was like, dance with me, and stood and danced, and when someone asks you, you have to. And I'm dancing with this guy, and I pulled, what's the muscle that runs from the back of your knee up to your ass? What is that? Hamstring? I thought it was the ass muscle, but that's pulled now. So at any time now, I could go into some kind of, you know, yes, but it would be in my ass, so no one would notice.